even like top level teams who play a lot of ECL, they've gotten their map pool weakened because of the lack of best of threes. I don't think NRG kind of is included in that mix. They've been
Nope.
really testing the way that they operate in the vetoes here, and prime example is having Dust2 as one of the most dominant maps. Feels like still a pocket pick for this team.
Yeah, the NRG's map pool is just so wide. Obviously, they immediately went to being one of the best train teams here in North America, and probably, honestly, even on like the world stage. To be honest, playing a
I'll
train
just say, man, a lot of teams pick it internationally. They don't win it. NRG were able to win it quite a bit.
yeah, just even despite the 1-3. So don't write them up, but it's a bit awkward out long for Bro. P2000 doesn't deliver. And the rotate's not really coming up from CT, but instead activating in the form of Cat Flank. Can Nitro find this entry to break through on a potential retake? No, it's a firing squad waiting here for NRG. And OC will eventually be put down. It's George to walk through a smoke right into Sacrifice. And it'll be Party Astronauts to pick up the pistol. It's this, by the way, just to talk about this map for Party Astronauts, Dust2 has kind of become a new addition into their pool. They recently picked it against Blue Jays twice. They won it once and then got very close in an overtime game in the 1-0 stage.
Yeah, I mean, I think that this is also a team here, Party Astronauts, that have kind of struggled with their decisions and vetoes. We saw a lot of times that this roster was like still trying to determine, how they were able to play Ancient, if they were able to play Ancient. One qualifier, we watched them play Vertigo, which was their permaban because it was already a dead team, but their Ancient was so bad they wanted to ban that instead. So Party Astronauts have had a lot of decisions here as to what they do with their veto, and especially with new players, new pieces. I think you got a little bit of time to figure that out here in 2025.
But Ben Leet builds team like the Amish build the houses, all right? He's so used to these rebuilds. He's done it 100 times. This is nothing for him. New system, no problem. And I mean, Ben Leet has always managed to create competitive teams here in North American Counter-Strike. So I don't doubt him in this situation.
I mean, still able to bring in some sturdy rosters here. Just so impressive. And, I think, again, if you're looking at IGLs that are not signed to org, sometimes they find themselves a little bit destined to leave when things go wrong, but Ben Lead has been sticking it out with so many different opportunities here, and still have Fang alongside him.
Yeah, he has been the one consistent factor on all these Party Astronauts teams. It's crazy to see him compete for this long, honestly, man. Makes me feel old that it's kind of been 5 years since pandemic Counter-Strike, and he was always in the top level conversation from the very beginning.
I think it's gotten a little bit more tricky though since then. You gotta get even better. There's organizations that you have to play up against. NRG, part of that, revived North American scene. Gonna beat up on now the big dogs here of Nitro, and they're looking to hold it down the line. Sacrifice trying to make it into the site there. There's some great damage done. He picks up a Mac 10, little burst action right there. Try and cap things off. Sacrifice continue to fight forward. On for the ace here, and he taps Hex out with a P2K. What a close from Sacrifice there, ripping that round away from the grasp of NRG.
That's why I rate this player highly. He could just have these pop-off games. He is mechanically a strong enough player to hang with the top of North American Counter-Strike. Guys might not know his name yet, but as he ends up in more and more kill feeds, I hope you will. Sacrifice puts himself on the map with an ace in round 3. And this game has all of a sudden gotten weird for NRG. They're down to an eco. They're running out long. And while a lot of damage dealt, Nitro's going to have to back away.
Already enough done to start things off there. Yeah, I mean, it's a great introduction right there. to Sacrifice on this team, what he could bring to the table if you're not familiar. Again, that Fluffy Aimers team, I think, was just classically known for having a roster that could constantly punch upward, had the firepower, had the explosive, calls, the very loose nature that Brett was bringing to that team. Sacrifice a big piece of that puzzle. And what an ace.
I remember the slump hype. It's calmed down a little bit.
Stays in a slump.
I would say so. Yeah.
It doesn't seem like his ex-teammates have taken after him in this map right now. Sacrifice still just leveling up his game. Right now to start off this map 8-0, looking for the last sweet eke. And that'll make 9.
Once again, I should add, this is a map that Party Astronauts are trying to integrate into their pool. So the fact that they got it in a best of 1 is fantastic in their minds. And again, they've played it against some of the best teams here in North America. I think Blue Jays is just kind of following close behind a squad like NRG. They are currently top of the table here in ECL. They are 16-4. Including trading maps versus NRG. So this could be set up to be maybe not even just a competitive game, but with this 4-0 start. And this first gun round.
I will say, though, NRG have fooled me one time with a slow start.
Yeah, they did it yesterday.
No pistols on that first map, but it was where the gun rounds really dominate. It's a super promising sign, though, that you see Sacrifice not only keep up pace here, but kind of dominate the server in the early stages. That's a really good sign, but now that they got all the tools here, including an OCAWP into the mix, that could be the turning point here. No utility left for the CT side, and so now Binley finding some entries. Darty backing him up. Mid to B successful. Mission accomplished here for PA. They've landed on B and gonna lock themselves in a plant here.
Weren't expecting
there's no retake.
Such insane firepower from the T side there, rather. Bro wanted a double swing in from the window, but when he gets eviscerated first bullet, Hex has no time to find a multi-kill. Everyone's gonna be able to swivel their barrels towards window, and he's done. I mean, I like the idea from NRG. Just a swift entry out of the initial, though. Gonna take a couple out on the exit, but you don't see that every day from Ben.
No, not at all. I mean,
not to hate.
No, I think it's justified though. I like Ben a lot, obviously, as a fantastic leader in the scene right now, kind of developing talent, being willing to develop talent here as well, right? Where that's not an easy task, but I've always had questions as to how far his teams can go, given the fact that sometimes he's just a little out of it mechanically.
Mm-hmm.
But entries like that here maybe shows that he got a little bit more spark in him, a little bit more motivation behind him here. Maybe some doubters to prove wrong, maybe.
Yeah, and I mean, the talk is all on Sacrifice, but there are 3 other players on Ben's roster that could definitely shoot well. I think the addition of Darty is a really big one for Party Astronauts, kind of getting back in from his getting info stint. But he also has fragging ability. He's still yet another young player for this team. Like, Party Astronauts have a lot of the next up guys on their lineup. Sacrifice will be a very interesting development if he does become a permanent addition. There is a lot of talent coming up here in North America as well. It really is super exciting with Fruit Cup dominating on on Blue Jays, and we'll have to see what this lineup brings to the table as well. I could continue my rant about CXEI on complexity for another day.
We're in a good spot right now, I think, with the amount of emerging talent here. Obviously, I want to see, you know, as much as it is fun to watch, there's been some great events that have been going on here. Obviously, ECL, to where we can see and watch some of the developing talent, but some of the other events as well that we've seen here, like the Revival Cups, where these talent are just being slowly built up here, and then and in some cases kind of skyrocketing into these top organizations, and or at least organizations that this just wasn't really an option a couple of years ago. If you're talking about like NA teams and orgs, if you weren't one of the, you know, best 10 or 15 players in North America, you weren't getting paid. But now we have so many different, more, you know, organizations in the scene. So I think it's really brought in not only a chance to develop talent here, but give them opportunities to really work on developing themselves.
Yeah, the motivation is there for a lot of these teams. And honestly, it's because of how well NA did back at Copenhagen and the amount of PGL Copenhagen. It's all stemming a lot from that organizations actually want to invest in NA, because we have major spots. We have a chance to make a breakout and potentially, you know, secure the sticker rev. That's the big, obviously that's the big Counter-Strike incentive at the end of the day, is making the major, getting the sticker revenue. And North America has a lot of those chances. Blue Jays took a shot on the boss roster, and I do believe that they could have done it. Back for Perfect World Shanghai, I thought that team could have been a dark horse in the RMR, and they did show up with a big upset over M80, if you can remember, and had to unfortunately play against the top teams in the region, but still ran close games there too.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the, you know, huge opportunities that I think, you know, if you're talking about building up hardworking pieces, a roster that is going to put in the time, you know, that whole squad has already proven it so many times here. And obviously losing their IGL thought would have taken a hit. They're still looking good. Top in the ECL at the moment. But take a look back into the action here as we get into the swing of things once more. Again, save coming through here off the back of that last round here from the NRG squad. Really struggling to hold up against the explosive nature that PA are bringing to the table. We got Binley finding entries. We got Sacrifice 9-1. And they're out long control here, looking to reclaim some of this space, but this could be a tough time here. Nitro getting flashed through the smoke right now. They're walking in front of each other, body blocking, but Binley continuing to fire up here. A lot more targets around the corner and multiple mollies heading his way, but Binley is deleting them right now. You can't survive this guy.
Oh my goodness, he lined up 2 headshots. You could say a bit of fortune works in for Benley, but at the end of the day, he's gotten the 2 kills, and he single-handedly won the round for Party Astronauts. I thought he was done. I thought he would go for 0, instead for 2, and devastates him. I don't think there's any way OC saves this. You know, we were joking at the start of this game, haha, NRG, they always lose the pistol and everything else. This game has all of a sudden gotten very serious. Bentley will go down, and all that serves to do is reveal where OC is playing from. He's about to be put in the box. And it's looking fairly done. Ben can frag.
He sure is today, man. What a sequence coming through from him towards long. Dominant 6-0. All of these gun rounds have looked super convincing, which is the big game changer. I mean, I guess the first gun round came down to a sacrifice play, but since then, you know, very explosive mid to B. That last round, you know, Binley multiple times where he has to do the entry work. Like you said, you know, this guy not obviously the common piece for the amount of success he's having right now, but you still have these massive pieces alongside him here like Fang and OG Wizard going for a long duel. mollied off, I believe, so not going to be able to pop any shots off there in that direction. What do you NRG, if you're this squad here, how do you slow them down at this point?
Well, the one thing going for him at the moment is you do have long control. Meaning that OC can post up his AWP in towards Catwalk. And NRG position themselves with that op on Catwalk. They can fight a mid to B setup. You can see that molly in towards the doors right there. The stuffing utility from George to keep burning time off the clock. 50 seconds. Are PA going to fake any moves elsewhere to try and tie down this OC AWP? But the bomb's in tunnels. We know where this one's going.
Secret about it here, trying this mid to B once again. Pretty similar setup as well, though. Last time they tried to fight towards middle and isolate that prong of approach. This time, finding themselves a little bit weak into your flash setup to try and sneak out, but Bro's just sidelined. And they know that Hex is locked into car. They pre-fire, they just eliminate him from the round. Eliminate him from contention, and it's Bentley continuing to do this work here right now on this T side. Continues to provide the frags, and it's another OC save attempt that has to come through.
An absolute crunch. Right there at the site, and I'm oh, OC is, once again is in some trouble, and he'll be shot in the back. I wonder what the miscommunication there was on the B side. I think there was a smoke into tunnels, but I'm unsure if Hex was holding the smoke or the smoke had faded. Whatever the case, whatever the miscommunication was, or the risk taking from PA.
Yeah, I think it was a risk coming through from the side of NRG as well. I think they just had to, you know, at that time, ignore the idea that they're going to walk out tunnels like that and try and isolate one of these prongs, because when they're having to hold, you know, both from middle, because there's, you know, a mid to B smoke in play, there's nobody close by to blow open those smoke, so you have no idea, you have no visual on mid control as a CTs. It's so common right now in the current meta to try and take that fight into middle and isolate that duel, you know, usually with two players, in that case with a flash setup, but there's just too much space given over in middle and testing that B side. They're trusting so much in the anchoring presence of Hex and Bro, but it's a difficult job when PA are getting that explosive.
They're shooting really hard at the moment for PA. I mean, the next logical step for NRG would maybe to be fighting for tunnels control more aggressively, or fighting for the actual mid doors. And I mean, that's what we're gonna see here on the force buy. We do see a big kill though come through from Nitro. Fang gets 1D off the rip, and kind of just a free opening man advantage here for the Pistols.
It's a big time star here, something that they definitely needed right now. Shutting down some of the hot prospects here. There's that AWP to equalize though. Nitro going for extras.
They know that's a long player though, Cole. So that was the person who just 1D'd your teammate. Now they're just gonna turn it back to long, and they are completely correct. It is dead empty.
It's such a luxury right there. Being able to walk out long doors this late into the round without meeting any resistance after you've already lost a player. Having to use no utility to take that space as well will give them extra utility to toss onto the site. It's a disrupting smoke though from Bro that could offer up some help.
Playing behind it. 5-7. Getting finicky. No connections. Needing those headshots. OC especially. And well, we do have an MP9 kill from George on the site. Does he have any more from the headshot angle? Yes, he does! Combined with Hex's multi-kills. And OG Wizard in a 1v3. Not gonna happen. NRG do it on the Pistols. The opening kill from Nitro. And NRG arrive in time for the stack.
That's exactly what they needed right there. get back involved here in this CT side. Be able to shut down some of the plays. Take some confident control. Especially on the eco where you don't have a lot to lose. You can try and test these ideas. And now you get to really see them put into practice. You know, likely in this round here. So they keep the pressure on. This T side here. No early long control taken just yet.
Oh my goodness. Oh, they're gonna mint the B split off of that. You best be sure. B-side anchor picked. Fang already out the mid doors as well. Has nailed the lurk. George is dead. OC is going to try and post up, but gets quickly traded out. This comes down to HexT. And he's not even fighting within the confines of the B-side. He's making his way out of the trenches, looking for the kill. He won't find it. This round is looking done.
Oh my god. Not even that. Able to connect onto a kill right there. Labored spray. No kill connection. And it's already the save called in. A short little hiccup of a round. They're getting 1D'd by Nitro and losing out. But they go right back to the bread and butter. And that's testing this B bomb site there. Challenging this side of the map. Being able to overwhelm Hex with the AWP this time. Finding an opening pick like that. Onto Bro and then just forcing him out of the site right there. Forcing him to give some space. B site remains a little bit vulnerable at the moment here for NRG, and Pierre picking them to pieces accordingly.
I think NRG go for the tunnel swing because they want to, once again, eliminate a prong of approach. They want to try and simplify their B split situation by taking the tunnels angle and making sure they can't get crunched. But this time around, OG Wizard is in a great position to punish that kind of play. And the B splits just keep on coming through here for NRG to have to deal with. Oh, but that's a big kill. OZ wins a head-to-head fight versus OG Wizard, and breath of fresh air here for the defense. It's going to allow more players to be stacked up in towards middle. George going to get forced back and drops a money grenade. That sets up Bro. Come on, first kill on the board. He can do it. Jumps. Oh, but gets eviscerated. Bro has just not had a good game, man. The amount of times we've seen him just get completely owned. Once by Ben Lead on the B split. Been hopped by OG Wizard. Shot in the back and now smacked in the face.
It just feels like one of those days here with nothing quite going his way with some of these duels, exchanges. Consistently getting picked apart.
The HE, though, on OC could do a lot.
Molly inside the smoke right now. Might not ever give a chance to pop it off. Somehow connected a headshot there. A wild shot on the sacrifice. And George now trying to operate behind the smoke. OC eventually bested. It was a little bit of shoulder spotted from Fang. He needs these kills quickly, though, because he's getting flanked. Chased down by Hex, and that will be capitalized on. They stay nice and healthy there with the OC op presence.
He definitely accidented the person
yeah, I think so.
behind him. There were two sets of heads, and he genuinely missed the one on his screen, the first one he saw. But then able to readjust for the second anyways. Panic situation there. I just want to think if he dropped that HE grenade, though, what kind of damage that would have done. As well, everyone was half HP going into this, but we have a bit of a long play, and double HE sacrifice is so screwed, and this play never happening. He's gonna try anyways. NRG stonewall long doors.
Yeah, complete denial. Not gonna get past there. Gonna have to reroute this one, and again, this little life that NRG can show us. Always capable of flaring up, bringing that impact. Seeing a prime example of that right now. Close it out with 4 rounds here on the CT side. It's not ideal. Be something to re-inspire the squad here. Slow crawl out, up catwalk. Nitro kind of identifying the remaining targets here. They do get into the bomb sector now. This is how things can kind of get dicey. Molly to block him off from the plant for a short term. The flank up catwalk. OG Wizard does get bested. Turns around, plant attempted and denied from Bro. Gonna find his first 2 kills in this round here. He's gonna rub it in.
Yeah, I had enough to say, like, tired of getting owned by Ben Lee in this game, who is top fragging, by the way, for Party Astronauts. And Sacrifice after the 9-0 start has definitely cooled off. Yeah, so a little bit of frustrations here. But NRG 8-4 could definitely ameliorate those issues. Nitro, though, in trouble. Has to turn around. Yeah, there's no way you're escaping that. Full sprint to long. Flashbang back in, though. George wants some action. A second flashbang, but Sacrifice isn't blind.
Oh, Sacrifice. It doesn't matter if he's blind. They're spammed through the smoke there. No visual on his opposition. He'll still connect. Into the site. A 2v4 here. Have to go forward instead of leaning backwards. Hex is stuck on this box right now. Able to threaten a quick kill. Drops for a second on the Fang. But in doing so, will eventually be dropped as well. Be hopping into the side swap. Guys, stay with us. We'll be right back.
Was Ben Leet the star player all along? He now unmasks himself as he's 12-6 with so many hard entries and insane highlights, including a sacrifice ace in the previous half to put PA up 6 rounds at the moment. Fine, join my Cole Extra McHenry. We got a little long walk here for NRG.
See if the second half can't kind of bring some new life into this team here right now. So they're looking for this win. Definitely need it to kind of remain on top here for themselves in this season. But PA proven to be a formidable foe. Into the site they go. MSP's just not connected just yet. That Molotov as well, providing some extra security. Look fairly comfortable in this post plant. How do you get this retake rolling here? Out towards long. It's starting to cue it all off.
All right, but star player Ben Lead has hit the dirt. Got Fang charging up towards the ramp. Bomb planted, but it's not planted for Nitro, who's back on Cat. Nobody putting up a highlight. Not quite enough, though. 2 great headshots, but not quite the third. And a pistol round for Party Astronauts. Folks, this map could be over quick.
That's just, yeah, I mean, an insane reality that we're facing right now. Not the way we came into this one expecting for PA to look this dominant after all the complications that they've been facing this year. Shaking those off. And coming out looking so much stronger. Double digits already landed here. Force bite in order for this T side. And if this doesn't lift off here, NRG going to be finding themselves rocky territory. Look at them maybe kissing map 1 goodbye here, but maybe they're looking to give them a taste of their own medicine. A little mid to B action to start off this round here. They're going to be caught. A little surprise there. George quickly sidelining OG Wizard. Fang, though, long range, still offers up some defense. There's no help, though. It sacrifice from
Bro just owned him that. Well,
what?
Get pieced out, buddy.
There's no way. They had to have an HE or something, right?
I know Bro threw a molly to back plat through the smoke, right? We obviously saw that. But you don't just get that off a smoke fade. That's not how it works these days in CS2. I think there are decent odds he did. Hell of a way to get your 3rd kill in the game. Like, Bro is a great player. He just spent this game getting completely flattened by PA's really strong individuals right now. They're shooting hard.
Well, nothing like a cross-map Tech-9 headshot through the smoke to get you back in the game, right? That's what they say, at least. It's like an apple a day. You know? Just something to take the edge off right there. Get you back on track.
Sure, buddy. Part of a healthy gamer diet.
Everyone needs one. Good news is he has one at his disposal here. Want to get aggressive and long?
Ben Leet, star player, space taker. Trust in his ability on this smoke fade. No one is behind it. This is big info.
Doesn't stick around too long though. Takes that space and falls out. Not gonna play inside the long doors. Not gonna play too risky for too long. Does actually evacuate here. Gonna recycle the smoke on catwalk. That is definitely where the targets are aiming right now for the C or T side rather. And positionally, if you're talking about PA, they might let NRG have them right where they want them with the rotations here. You got OG Wizard Scout, which is a lot to lean on here with not quite the perfect tool here. But if they go mid to B, that's where a lot of the resistance lies in here for the side
There's
of
a boost.
PA.
You Fang up top with the FAMAS. They're gonna dry cross, and they get owned! Oh my goodness, it's gone horribly wrong. The tunnels players have to do it all, and there's too many players. Party astronauts set themselves up, and it's 11-4.
Well, first of all, I want to talk a little bit about the difference in between the success of that B-side defense versus what we saw from NRG in that first half. You can see the swing coming through from Sacrifice to protect Darty as he's watching middle, so that Tons is out of vulnerability, so that his side isn't just turned. And then Darty also finding the two-piece while he's at it. Helps out big time. Just makes a huge difference there, the coordination and the setup from the defense compared to what we did see from NRG throughout that first half. And you can see the results, the fruits of their labor. It's a forced by victory, but they still have to keep up that momentum. And last time they got very explosive towards middle. It worked out. They're trying to do it again, this time routing through catwalk though, spotting out the boost. Trying to get cheeky right there. It's denied, and it takes a lot of damage for it.
Cat grouping here for NRG. Just desperately needing to win this round, or else this map is basically finished. It's Tech 9s until the end. And guess who they're testing? The star player. It's Benley. Smoke's about to fade long. Benley has another chance for a multi.
See what they can bring to the table here. They're going to challenge this rifle presence. Time ticking away. They try and bait out the pistol there and get charged down by George with a very rapid trade. Good on the Galil. And find another quick trade. Still one more on the site proper. Fang, surprise, surprise. Didn't expect a third turn in that corner there. And Fang is sharp right now with that AK in hand. He is deleting everyone. We got to see it from their POV. Every last duel he takes is so quick on the draw.
And let's just be real. It's not the best night here for NRG. Party astronauts are just shooting so hard right now. Everyone is just nailing every headshot instantly. There's no hesitation on it. The Sacrifice ace. That was the play to get it started. Ben Leet's first half. Exceptional, and now everyone is putting it together. Fang's triple kill hold, and now the long play. But this time, there's a little bit of success for NRG. Kill goes the way of Ben Leet. That leaves OG Wizard to scramble on the defense.
Well, shaking here, trying to track his aim right there. It's a little shaky, and the headshots continuing to roll out. So much damage done. The Sacrifice left it to another clutch as the kills continue to flood through. NRG fighting for their life on this best of one. Might have just found some release on it. Sacrifice trying to sneak his way up here. Has to wait out another recycled CT smoke as well, so that timer's going to dwindle. He's yet to reveal himself here. That smoke gonna fade now. Player tucked in towards the back of car. And a Sacrifice is given nothing. It might be him forced to walk away from this round.
Oh, but what if they all decided to, you know, exit through CT spawn and get completely mowed down? But not to be. Sacrifice is gonna be able to back away. So, I said he was gonna be Tech 9s until the end. But maybe they could start something. Tech 9 round success for NRG. Just kind of swinging one by one into the full setup. That scout headshot from long range as well. From OC really weakens that site defense. You need OG Wizard to play on the site to deliver utility, to draw attention away from the low ground. And him decided to go for the big swing versus the pistols. It'll cost him. Fast long play here for NRG. We will see the retreat. And this old classic smoke from Benley. We're going to see this little delay game. Question is, will NRG respect it?
I feel like they'll give it a little bit of ground to work off of.
They might need to. Look at the minimap right now here, Cole. We have upper tons control for party astronauts. That one smoke is keeping everyone corralled that long, but that kill found from Hex on a Darty, that kind of shows that, hey, they have the entire map to themselves. And NRG are going to start the creep up.
Early on, pretty comfortably handled here. George waiting for some flashes, some counter utilities. They toss in the long cross smoke. Getting explosive on the ramp here. And the kills continue to flood through. Bro firing back to the HE through the smoke right there. Finley eventually mullied out of position. Is going to be dealt with. This is a very systematic round here. Utility to back it up. Coverage on the flank right there so they can't get too much space and understand their position quite effectively.
Now, this game has suddenly gotten interesting. I mean, I've seen this party astronauts team as well start shooting really hard, get themselves some insane rounds with some big highlight moments. Again, those mid to B splits they were just completely owning. But I've also seen them slow down in games and go completely missing. I've seen Fang start this hot and then find single-digit kills for the rest of the game. This can't happen for PA. They're going to have to concede with an eco. Just sacrifices AK on this one and a deagle for Fang. NRG will start to close the deficit. What do you start believing, Cole?
I definitely can trust in this team's ability to keep their head in the game. That is for sure.
There goes the AK.
Sniped out there. See, plucking that out of the server quickly. Recovered by Darty, though. A little boost action. Could be a surprise. Already took one down, Cat. Surely there's not two more, they would think. At this point, you spot two Cat. I mean, it looks like Bro kind of wants to make a move here. He's putting a lot of pressure on this B side here.
Fang, that activation, though. This will he choose to activate? At the minute mark, he's walking out long, and he's going to have a lot of backs turned. Question is, will NRG turn the corner? And I think they're just safe here.
Oh, knife out. Bro just gets sniped out. That has been Bro's game right now. Shooting at his teammate. He takes the bullet. For his glorious George. Knife out for Binley. USP will do the trick right there. Secure in the bag with the AK pickup instead.
I can't really say that Bro has played badly. He hasn't been shooting with the same tenacity that we're used to him, but truly just a series of unfortunate events. Like, you could just download this demo and make a compilation of him just getting absolutely wrecked on the headshots. Uh-oh. These players on Cat are not the safest. But they'll be fine. Yeah, but you know, I feel like Bro is a player who he plays like the very North American style, but he definitely has the Danish calm in him. I would say. He has the BM, but I don't see too many desk slams at a player like Bro.
Chill
guy. Pick. He's a chill guy, but he's not on the chill guys.
See if
I'm
they
sorry,
can-
that is one of my least favorite memes. Y'all can hate on me for that, but
No, I'm with you. That was...
it's your Steam profile picture, Cole. Stop
Yeah, on my alt.
on your alt. Yeah, on my alt. I'm a pure gamer. I don't have an alt, you know? So I've never committed gamer sin.
Sorry. I'm not... I can't queue Premiere on my main with my friends because of elo disparity.
Yeah.
They're
The
too
classic
much
one.
of noobs.
Yeah, there are too many bricks to carry. Cole, star player, when I am, whatever. Bentley in trouble. There's no way he re-swings this. Oh, it's Ben Lee. He's the star player. Of course he goes for it. But Nitro handles him. George runs through a smoke, though, and the round gets weird. Fangs pop it off, and this could be the end. Cross under the site.
Scaling up right now. There's a boost. Such a smart move there. Darty eliminating Hex from the plant opportunity. They're looking to try and punch in the digits. Nitro feeling the pressure right now. On the site, boxed in. There's no safety here. The long flank comes through. It's just Nitro left. He is toast. He gets those numbers punched in. He doesn't last too much longer afterwards there. As he gets overrun, and Party Astronauts, they slip up here and there, but they really stabilize with the close there. The way that they save in with all those AKs and they use them so effectively in the very next breath. A fantastic finish here for a great map of Counter-Strike for PA and a really important head-to-head matchup versus NRG.
Yeah, absolutely.